Hi, I'm with Madison. Hey, Madison.
Hi.
What brought you in to see Dr. Offit?
A vaccine injury that I received while in my senior year of college. It was the flu mist.
Okay, so the flu mist, how long ago was that?
20.
So you want to tell me what happened to you?
I received the flu mist November 5th. Several days after, I experienced flu-like symptoms and been to several hospitals. Within a week, I lost my mobility to walk and my.
Well, so it makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, I would really take on that.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave that the way it is.
And my speech. I have these convulsion-like movements, dystonia-like movements, and all doctors are doing is masking and treating my symptoms. My medicine hasn't kicked in yet, and because when I washed my hands, water was cold, and medicine hasn't fully kicked in for my legs yet. I walk on my tiptoes
Because your calves are spasming.
Can I sit?
Sure.
I'm okay.
How do you feel today?
I feel better, and I can talk better, and my movement is better.
How long ago was that?
2018 November.
Okay, and we're in
2021.
March of 2021 now. Okay, and so what were your experiences with when you say vaccine injury? What did that look like to you?
So I got the flu vaccine Monday morning, and I got it because I was working with kids with developmental delays at a state school, and I thought I was doing my part. And then that night I started to feel ill, like I was getting the flu, the fever, the aches and stuff like that. And then I woke up around 2 a.m. the next morning. Thankfully I had a roommate at the time, but I woke up doing sit-ups in my bed, and I was like, what am I doing? I can't control this. And so that was the start of it. I started to have involuntary muscle contractions, and then within a week I lost my speech, my complete mobility. I went straight to the hospital, and I was told that I was hyperventilating, and that I was just making things up. And so from hospital to hospital, I just kept declining in my abilities to do everything, and eventually I couldn't walk at all. So
You were you were wheelchair bound, right?
yes,
I remember seeing
yes,
that.
within a week.
Okay, wow, within a week of and it was a flu mist.
Flu mist, so live virus vaccine straight to my brain.
Wow. And then how did you find, I know your mom's here with us too today, so hi Mom.
Hey.
How did you guys find us?
So
That's her.
of course, I didn't sleep during this because she was having, at that time, they were saying that they were myoclonic, episodes. And so it was basically looked like seizures, and it would throw her body off the bed. So we had to have somebody hold her down 24 hours a day. She was having 300 plus of these episodes, 19 hours a day. So the only time she wasn't having them was when she was sedated, like with muscle relaxers, 3 different muscle relaxers, complete sedation. And so in that time, of course, I was like, okay, I gotta figure out what to do. So I just got on the internet, and I just started talking to doctors in other countries and just other people in these support groups, vaccine injury groups, through Facebook, through just things that other people were sending me. And a friend of mine saw one of my posts. She saw the post of Madison and the episodes, the seizures, everything going on, and she reached out to me and she said, hey, I know a lady who's been treated by a lady, who, you know, in Marble Falls, and then there's also one in Houston, and there's a guy in Dallas, you know, and they ended up all being friends of Dr. Offit's. But she had told me about one of her friends, and so her girlfriend reached out to me and said, hey, I was vaccine injured, you know, at this point. I didn't know what it was at this time, but I went to this doctor in Marble Falls. She's great. Here's her number. And so I just reached out, and you know, this was after the fact, after we had already been to 12 different hospitals in the U.S. We had already been to every hospital in the Houston Medical Center. We had some of the top doctors in the world trying to help us, and they just kept pushing us away. And so then that's when I found Dr. Offit, and she started listening to what we had to say, and you know, helping us. And soon enough, we figured out what we needed to do after talking with her, and the ozone therapy. And so I mean, just kind of word of mouth and research is how we found you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so how many treatments did you do? So you mentioned, Mom mentioned ozone. How many ozone treatment? Do you remember how many ozone treatments you had, or what did you do that helped you here?
We did the 10 pass, and then Mom would take me as much as I could
We
come
would do it
and
like 4
would
days a
tolerate,
week, yeah.
because it gave me relief for a day. I wouldn't seize for the rest of that afternoon, and so that meant a lot to Mom, like to see, because these seizures were causing me pain, and they would make me just exhausted, and I would pour sweat, and it's just like a workout. And so the ozone therapy is the only thing that gave me relief, because I did plasmapheresis, I did IVIG, and all these things. Like, they would help a little bit, but the effects that I received from ozone therapy doesn't even compare. So I think that's what helped me tremendously.
Okay. What do you want others to know?
Education is power, and vaccine injuries are real. As hard as they are to talk about, you must realize what you're putting in your body, because your body's your temple, and you know you only get one life. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Good job.
In middle school, and then I left and went to Austin.
You got beside me. Hold my foot. And right there. And fall with me.
Yeah, or if it's easier, I can just get the whole thing. Whatever you want to do, we need some change. Okay, yeah, just do the sense of the on the credit card. All right, we'll do that. And then I was
I got you.
It's better. And right leg is trying to get me, but I'm not letting it.
Good job, Madison.
In middle school, and then I left and went to Austin.
You got beside me. Hold my foot. And right there. And fall with me.
Yeah, or if it's easier, I can just get the whole thing. Whatever you want to do, we need some change. Okay, yeah, just do the sense of the on the credit card. All right, we'll do that. And then I was
I got you.
It's better. And right leg is trying to get me, but I'm not letting it.
Good job, Madison.
Well, it would make sense. Yeah, but